Hello, this is my presentation regarding network forensic, and let's start. Network forensics is a sub branch of digital forensic related in monitoring and analysis of computer network traffic for purposes of information gathering, legal evidence, or intrusion detection. So moving on, we have the forensics can be done on various purposes with a different goal, establishing an evidence of crime, data recovery in case of unexpected events, finding vulnerabilities in which allowed a hack, or tracking activities of an employee. The network forensics and computer forensics fall under digital forensics. Although both network forensics and computer forensics fall under digital forensics, they are somewhat different from each other. While computer forensics mainly deals with devices and stored data, the data which is at rest. So, while the network forensics deals with the data which is volatile and dynamic. This means on the network, data is flowing continuously, and the approach of studying dynamic information is different from studying the data at rest. So, this is the major difference between network forensic and digital computer forensic. So, let's move on. Securing the network. As we can see, the layered network defense strategy sets up layers of protection and hide the most vulnerable data of the part of the network. So defense in depth is a second strategy. It's a similar approach by NSA. The modes of protection involves people, technology, and operation. So testing is a very important step. So we can get to test our servers and to be up to date for the latest intruders who used to infiltrate our networks in various different ways. So developing a standard procedure for network forensics, it's a very long tedious task which uses standard installation is for system on a network, and also close any way after an attack. So we should always close the ports or any. So moving on, the attempt to retrieve all volatile data and acquire all compress of data which falls on under standard procedures for network forensic, and to compare files on the forensics image to the original installation image, so we can find out what's the attacker has been trying to target. So moving on, reviewing network logs. As you may know, the network logs or the network analysis is an important part of the forensic. While analyzing an incident, it is very important to be clear in your goal. Collect the logs according to your needs. There are many various types of logs which might not be so useful under incident under analysis. So it is very important to understand the goal and collect the appropriate logs. For example, Windows operating logs saves an application logs from an event manager, and then event viewer, and also it saves security logs from the event viewer. It has, I mean, like all the logs, for example, application logs, security logs, and system logs are stored in the event viewer. Okay. For Linux, it's stored in var log and messages for message and system related stuff. Authentication logs, which are stored in var log or dot log, and etc. So moving on, the logs are basically the records of ingoing and outgoing traffic over a network server or a router or a firewall. Okay, so let's go to okay. So TCP dump tool is used for examining network traffic, which can generate up to 10 lists, can identify patterns. Attacks might include other companies which do not reveal their information for an attack. So using network tool. So sys internals, a collection of free tool for examining Windows only products. For example, it has registry monitoring, shows the registry data in real time. Process explorer that shows what is loaded. Handles shows open files and processes using them. File one shows file system activities. Okay, so let's move on. So packet sniffers. So we are familiar with the term packet sniffers. As the packet sniffers are the devices or the software that monitors network traffic. Okay, so the most tools follow the PCAP format. The PCAP, which is used as packet analyzer, such as TCP dump or WinDump and Wireshark. PCAP format is a binary format which supports nanosecond precision timestamps. Okay, so which is good. So tools which are used for packet sniffing is TCP dump, Tet Real, and Wireshark. So honeypot project. Honeypot and honeynet. Okay, so there are difference between honeypot and honeynet. So honeynet is different from honeypot solution. So honeynet is a tool for research. It is network specifically designed for purpose. So once compromised, the honeynet can be used to learn the tools, tactics, and motives. So there are two difference between honeypot and honeynets. So the honeynet is not a single system but a network. This network sits between a firewall, while in while all in inbound and outbound data is contained, captured, and controlled. This captured information is then analyzed to gain intelligence about our adversary. Within this honeynet, we can place and type of system to be used as honeypot, such as Solaris, Linux, Windows NT, Cisco Switch, and so on. This creates a network environment that has more realistic feel to it for the intruder. Also, by having different system with different services such as Linux DNS, Windows Anti-Web Server, Solaris FTP server, we can learn about different tools and tactics. Perhaps the certain skills. All system placed within a honeynet are a standard production system. These are real system and application, the same as you find on the internet. Nothing is emulated, nor is anything done to make the system less secure. We can learn the great deals of using such system. The risk of vulnerabilities discovered within a honeynet are same as exist in many organizations today. So additionally, honeynet can be dynamic and flexible, uh, and honeynet is used for production system which makes them unique, and which allows them to use the same systems, uh, which is good. So okay, so let me tell you about honeypot. Honeypots are a decoy system or a servers deployed alongside a production system within your network. When deployed as anti-sync targets for the attacker, honeypots can add security monitoring opportunities for blue teams, misdirect the adversary from their true target. Honeypots can be in variety of complexities depending on the needs of the organization, and can be significant line of defense when it comes for flagging attacker early. So let's move on the slides. Okay, so denial of service attacks, which are the most common attacks which are faced by the organization. So the recent major threats, the hundred of thousands of machines, the zombies are being used. The 0 day attack, another major threat. So let's move on the legalities of the honey net. So it is legality has been a question, cannot be used in code, can be used to learn about attacks. Uh, there are some challenges faced by HoneyNet. You can try to um, ascertain what an attacker did and then post your result online so we can expose them, and so let's move on for the benefits of honeypot. Honeypot, there are some advantages of using honeypot and honey nets. So rather than the benefits of honeypot are they break an attacker kill chain and slows the attacker down. As an attacker move throughout your environment, they conduct recognition and scan your network and seek for misconfigured and vulnerable devices. So next, they are straightforward and low maintenance. Modern honeypots are not only easy to download and install, but can provide accurate alerts around dangerous misconfiguration and attacker behavior. Third point, they help you test your incident response processes. Honeypot are a low cost way to help you increase your security maturity as they test whether your team knows what to do if honeypot reveals unexpected activities. So that's about it. Thank you.